Difference between SOQL and SOSL? SOQL. SOQL stands for Salesforce Query Language. Need to write different SOQL against different objects. SOQL against same field will be slow. Can be used in Apex classes and triggers. SOSL. SOSL stands for Salesforce Search Language. Works on multiple objects at same time. All fields are already text indexed. Cannot be used in triggers, can be used in Apex classes anonymous block. Difference between workflow and approval process? Workflow. They are activated when a record is saved. Workflow consists of single step and single action. They are simpler than approval processes and are commonly used for basic automation tasks. Workflows do not change record ownership or affect data visibility. They are focused on automating actions based on predefined criteria. Approval process. Approval process is triggered by explicitly clicking the Submit for Approval button. Approval process consists of multiple steps. Also, different action is taken based upon whether the record is approved or rejected. In approvals, some attributes cannot be modified. Processes must be deactivated before approvals delete. Difference between created and every time it's edited and created, and any time it's edited to subsequently meet criteria in Salesforce. Created and every time it's edited. Fired whenever the record is created or edited and match the criteria. Time-dependent workflow actions cannot be created. Created and any time it's edited to subsequently meet criteria in Salesforce. Fired whenever the record is created or edited and previously did not meet the criteria and now matches the criteria. Time-dependent workflow actions can be created. What is the difference between customizable forecasts and collaborative forecasts? Customizable forecasts. Forecasts. The forecast categories can reflect aggregate information. Territory management is supported. Collaborative forecasts. The forecast categories only display information for that specific category. Territory management is not supported. Difference between managed and unmanaged package in Salesforce? Unmanaged package. Unmanaged packages are typically used to distribute open source projects or application templates to provide developers with the basic building blocks for an application. Once the components are installed from an unmanaged package, the components can be edited in the organization they are installed in. Managed package. Managed packages are typically used by Salesforce.com partners to distribute and sell applications to customers. Once the components are installed from a managed package, the components cannot be edited in the organization they are installed in. Difference between standard controller, and extensions in Salesforce? Standard controller. Standard controller is available for all API entities/objects as well as custom objects. Provides access to standard Salesforce data and behavior. Syntax. Custom controller. Custom controller is an Apex class that implements all the logic for a page without leveraging the functionality of a standard controller. Are coded to create custom behavior. Syntax. If you want to use one or more standard objects in Apex class, there is only way to use custom controller. If you use standard controller or extension controller, by default sharing rule is applicable, so at that time only way is custom controller. Extension controller. Any Apex class having a public constructor with custom controller or standard controller object as a single argument is known as controller extension. It is an Apex class which adds functionality to existing standard and custom controllers. A visual force page can have multiple controller extensions, but only one standard or custom controller. Syntax. Difference between Trigger.New and Trigger.newMap in Apex? Trigger.New returns a list of the new versions of the SOBject records. Note that this SOBject list is only available in insert and update triggers, and the records can only be modified in before triggers. Trigger.newMap don't work for before insert while. Trigger.new returns a list, which are ordered. Trigger.newMap returns a map of IDs to the new versions of the SOBject records. Note that this map is only available in before update, after insert, and after update triggers. Trigger.new works fine for holding all IDs of records while inserting. Trigger.newMap returns a map which are unordered. Difference between auto-response rules and workflow rules? Auto-response rules. It is designed for notifications to interested parties. It runs when record is created or edited. It sends many mails whenever criteria matches. Workflow rules. For initial response to a particular case created person. It runs only when record created. Sends one email based on the first rule entry criteria it matches in a sequence of rule entries. Difference between interface and abstract class? Interface. Declare with keyword interface. It will not contain constructor. By default, all methods are public abstract methods. It contains only final variables. We can implement multiple interfaces. Abstract class. Declare with keyword abstract. It may or may not contain constructor. It contains abstract methods and non-abstract methods. It contains final variables and instance variables. We can inherit only one abstract class. What is difference between Salesforce Enterprise and Partner WSDL? Salesforce SOAP services provide two different WSDL specifications: name, Enterprise, and Partner to access the data remotely. Enterprise WSDL is strongly typed, the object and its attributes are fixed. Contains the metadata about all standard and custom fields and objects. Can only be used against your Salesforce instance. Partner WSDL is loosely typed, the object and its attributes can be variable. Does not contain metadata about objects and fields. Can be used against many Salesforce.com organizations. Takes an array of key value pairs.